my friends, a little wanking away there. I got my pedal cam on. Today we're going to be talking about pedals. And so, I wanted to show you what I was using in this just now, but really, my friends, I want to show you what to me are the top 3 pedals that you should have. These aren't expensive pedals. These are pedals that just have to be in your board. Now you can see from my board here, I've got a few things in it, and hundreds, probably thousands of pedals out there. But you have to pick and choose what you want because you can't have everything in one pedal board. You just can't. I wish it were true, but you can't. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you the order of pedals, if I were you, that I would purchase. And here's why. The most bang for the buck, just the best sounds, and obviously this is all opinion, but some of these have really stood the test of time. And so these are the top 3 pedals that I would suggest to you. Okay, so what I was using just now was this OCD pedal driven by this tube screamer. So the tube screamer going into the OCD. I had a little bit of reverb. Let's see, where's my reverb? I had a little bit of Hall of Fame reverb, a little bit of delay. This is my Empress Super Delay. And then that was running into a ditto pedal. Okay. Now, with all that being said, there's really only one pedal out of that whole mix that I would suggest, actually 2 pedals, that I would suggest for you to purchase. Let's go over them. My favorite pedal in this whole setup here is this OCD, this full tone OCD pedal. I've never heard a better distortion, just overall crunch overdrive. That thing is just super sensitive. To me it sounds like I'm plugged into a Plexi, and obviously I'm plugged into a Blues Junior. To me it just has this just amazing sound. So the full tone OCD is my #1 pick, okay? But I'm gonna put it as #2 on the list because you may not favor it like I do, and let me tell you, easily the most valuable pedal in my collection here is going to be this Line 6 M5. Now, that may surprise a lot of folks because, you know, they might expect me to say something by Strymon or TC Electronics. You see, I've got a lot of TC Electronic on here. But why? Why the M5? Well, because this pedal right here, my friends, runs for about 120 bucks, and it's got more effects than everything on this board and then some. It's got so many effects in it. Now you probably say to yourself, well, why don't you just use that one pedal and save yourself a lot of money, Eric? Well, that's a great question, except I need to have several of them on at once. So for just now, like I said, I had the OCD, I had the tube screamer, I had some reverb going, I had a little bit of delay, and then I had the ditto pedal. So 5 pedals going, right? And so the M5 only does 1 at a time, but it does lots of different effects. So you can pull up some overdrive, you could pull up, another time you could pull up some fuzz, you could pull up like an auto wah or delay or reverb. It does everything, okay? So if you're new to effects, my friend, get this, the M5, Line 6, you gotta get it. It is a great education in pedals. So if you don't know what a flanger does, if you don't know what a chorus does, if you don't know how delays work, that pedal, you could just sit there and tour it for, 120 bucks, and you can find out about every single effect out there, okay? So that's why I'm picking that as my #1 pedal. For just a great, versatile, old school rock and roll crunch sound, those sounds that Eddie Van Halen would get, the sounds from the 80s, the sounds from all those great guitar players, that OCD pedal is going to do it for you. That thing is miraculous, okay? And the last pedal that I'm going to tell you about, okay, because like I said, I've got a lot of pedals here, and I got a lot more that aren't in this, and a lot more that I want, but realistically, these are the ones that I've test driven, and they're fantastic. The last one is this OCD pedal, the ditto pedal right here. And I've got 2 of them. I've got one in the front and one in the back of my chain. Actually, this one's in the front of the chain. This one's in the back. The one in the back is usually how folks use ditto pedals, in that they have all the effects and everything, or I should call it a looper pedal, actually. Ditto is the actual brand name. by TC Electronic. So that little guy, one button, does everything, stop, you know, record, overdub, does everything, and then the little knob there's the volume. That's all you need. But I have one at the back of the chain, which like I said, most people do. But with the back of the chain one, what that allows me to do is it allows it to capture all the effects in there. So the first go around, the background that you were hearing there, that right there, you can hear that there's some delay in there and some reverb. I actually did that part on my Strat, on my 65 Strat, and that's why it has that nice kind of darker tone, and then I'm doing the lead on the Les Paul. So why a looper pedal? Okay, well, a looper pedal because you can play things, you can listen back to it, you can overdub. It's a great utility tool for guitar players that are jamming out. If you want to work on a solo, like for instance, that little progression that I had in there, I could literally just sit there and let that play for hours and hours and hours and solo over top of it. You don't have to have a buddy sound that good and get worn out by your noodling over the top of his chord progression, okay? You got yourself a ditto pedal. Now, some people ask, well, why do I have two of them? I have the other one at the beginning of the chain. I won't demonstrate that. I do that actually in another video, my tour of this particular pedal board. But I have one at the beginning of the chain, and the reason being is if I'm playing a particular riff and I want it to sound a certain way, if I play that riff and then I go down to my board and I've got to tweak a few knobs, play the riff, tweak, riff, tweak, that sort of thing, that can get a little annoying. So what I do is with that other looper pedal, I'll play my riff, I'll record it into the looper pedal, and then I'll just let it loop. And then I go down to my board and I can adjust everything. This way I'm not having to play it over and over again or bring my buddy in or a guitar tech or something like that, have them play it over and over again. They're not going to sound like I do anyhow. Everybody plays the guitar differently. So this way it's me playing it and I can get my feet on the floor and actually start tweaking the knobs on my pedal board while I'm hearing my own riffing and my own style of playing. Does that make sense? Sure it does. So there you go. By the way, my friends, if you like this information that you're seeing in this video, please hit the share button right now. Would like to get this out to folks, as many folks as possible, to help them with their gear questions, okay? So I do a lot of gear type lessons like this within YouTube here, also in the Unstoppable Guitar System. If you'd like a taste of that, there's a link below, YourGuitarSage.com/30. The first 30 lessons that I teach all my students here in Nashville. So check that out. Take advantage of that, my friends. That's all I have for you today. If there's anything that I can do to help you out, please let me know. Leave your comments below. What are your 3 favorite pedals? Just name 3 of them now. Actually, name more if you want. Name your favorite pedals below, because what I like to do is I like to see what you guys are playing through, and a lot of times you'll give me inspiration. So leave those below. If there's something that I missed or if there's something that you don't like about one of the pedals here, go ahead and leave that comment too. Would love to hear about it. I'm here for you, my friends. I'm on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all those places. So please let me know how I can help take advantage of that free 30-lesson course. The link is below. As always, my friends, be kind to all beings. Don't trust the man. Practice your guitar. I'll see you.